Hey friends, now we are going to discuss these questions, and now the questions are written on the blog page. Now in this question, the question is something like this, that the base has been told to be hemispherical and the top to be conical. So the here figure is in front of you, the top is conical, you can see it here, and the base is hemispherical. Here is the base. So after looking at this thing, what is the area of a hemisphere? Or actually you can also say that what is the area of a sphere, surface area of a sphere. So the surface area of a sphere is 4 pi r square. What is this at the base? This is a hemisphere. So what will be the surface area of a hemisphere? It will be 4 pi r square by 2. This is written here, 4 pi r square by 2. This is it, 4 pi r square by 2. So this is the surface area of this hemisphere. And what is the surface area of this cone? So the surface area, the formula of the surface area of a cone is pi r l. That is, and what is this L in pi r l? This L is this slant height. This is slant height. So it is being told in this question that the surface area of the top cone and the surface area of the hemisphere at the bottom are equal. So I am writing hemisphere area 4 pi r square upon 2 equal to pi r l, which is the surface area of the cone. Now solving it, I am going to get something like this. 2 pi r is equals to L. This is what I am getting here. 2 pi r is equals to L. This is 2 pi r is equals to L. Now what is L? L is the slant height. What is slant height? This is the slant height. Now just assume a triangle something like this. So this is a right angle triangle. This is 90 degree. This is 90 degree. This is the slant height. This is the base. What is this base? Radius. What is this? Height. So this L will be equals to r under root of r square plus h square, which is written here. So the slant height L is equals to under root of r square plus h square. So I am writing this 2r is equals to under root of r square plus h square. Squaring on the both sides, you will get 2r square is 4r square, and squaring this side will get it as r square plus h square. Solving this is, I will get the ratio of the radius and height of this particular cone as 1 upon under root 3. So this is the solution of this question. The important point to note here is that this slant height is equals to under root of r square plus h square. You can see it by this diagram. Coming to the next question. Next question, this is a 125 meter tall building, and from these two objects, object 1, the angle is 45 degree, and from this object 2, the angle is 30 degree. This is 45 degree, this is 30 degree. Now the point here is that this is 45, this is 30. Okay. If I put it as tan 45, I am supposing the distance from this point to this point, from distance from here to here as x, and from distance from here to here as h. I have written it here. So this is tan 45, and tan 45 is equals to perpendicular by base. So what is the perpendicular here? 125 meters. So tan 45 is equals to 125, and what is this distance? This is x. So upon x, the value of tan 45 is 1. So it will be 125 upon x is equals to 1. So x will come out as 125. So this is 125. Now what is this h? I have to find out this h. What is this tan 30? This height upon this total base. So tan 30 will be 1 by root 3. The value of tan 30 is 1 by root 3. And what is this height? 125. And what is the total base here? This is x plus h. So I have written here as tan 30 is equals to 125, that is height, upon total base, that is x plus h. Putting the value of tan 30, it is 1 by root 3. So solving it, you will get something like this. I have substituted the value of x is equals to 125 meter, which I have calculated on the basis of this calculation. And I have put the value of this x is equals to 125 in this equation. And by solving, I have reached to the final value of h is equals to 125 into under root of 3 minus 1. So what is this h? This is the distance between object 1 and object 2. What is the distance between object 1 and object 2? It come out as 125 under root of 3 minus 1. So this is the solution of the second question. Coming to our next question. Question number 3. It has been told to us that the perimeter of both the square and the rectangle is 120 meters. We know that all the sides of a square are equal. So n square has 4 sides. So if let the side of one square be s meter, if one side of a square is s meter, so obviously 4 sides will be measured as 120 degree. It has been told that the perimeter of the square is 120 degree. So if one side is s meter, then the perimeter is s plus s plus s plus s, that is 4s. So 4s is equals to 120. So if 4s is equals to 120, then s will be equals to 30 meters. So what is the measure of one side of the square? It is 30 meters. It came out as 30 meters. Now after looking at this thing, let us suppose that the L be the length and B be the breadth of the rectangle. If L is the length and if B is the breadth of the rectangle, then the perimeter will be twice of L plus B. Twice of L plus B, and this is 120 degree. So the sum of the length and breadth of the rectangle will come out as 60. It is not that much difficult. One side of the square is 30 meters, so the area of the square will be 30 into 30, that is 900 meters square. In the question, it has been told to us that the measure of the area of square is 100 square meter more than the measure of the area of rectangle. So the area of a square is 900 meters square, the area of the rectangle will 100 square meters less than 900. So here the sum of the length and breadth of the rectangle is 60 meters, and the area of the square is 900 meters and the area of the rectangle is 800 meters square. That we have seen according to the question. Now we have to calculate the length of this rectangle. So here is how we are going to calculate it. Here L plus B is equals to 60 meter and L into B is equals to 800 meters square. Here I have directly written the value of L is 40 and B is 20. That is, length is 40 meter and B is 20 meter. How I have done this? The way of doing this is that L plus B is equals to 60. So what will be the value of L? It will be 60 minus B. L plus B is equals to 60. The value of L will be 60 minus B. Then we are going to put this value of L is equals to 60 minus B in this equation. So it will be 60 minus B into B is equals to 800. And when you are going to solve that, you are going to get B is equals to 20 meter, that is breadth is equals to 20 meter and length is equals to 40 meter. This is how this question is solved. Coming next, I have not made the quadratic equation here, but this is very easy. You can write either L is equals to 60 minus B, or you can also write that B is equals to 60 minus L, and then you replace this B is equals to 60 minus L in this equation. Then it will be something like this: L into L minus 60 is equals to 800. Then you can solve it and you will get the answer as L is equals to 40 meter, that is length is 40 meter and breadth is 20 meters. Now next, fourth, ABC it is here, and it has been told that this triangle ABC is isosceles. This triangle ABC is isosceles. That means this side is equals to this side. So if these two sides are equal, then the angles opposite will also be equal. So this is x, so this is also x, and this x is the base angle. In the question, it is being told that the vertex angle, that is this angle, is 10 times the base angle. So if the base angle is x, vertex angle will be 10x. So the vertex angle is 10x and the base angle is x and x. So what will be the total sum of the internal angles of this triangle? It will be 10x plus x plus x. So 10x plus x, and what is it is? This is 180 degree. 180 degree is the sum of all the interior angles of a triangle. So it will become 12x is equals to 180, so x is equals to 15 degree. So this is also 15 degree and this is also 15 degree. So the base angles is 15 degree. In the question it has been asked what is the base angle, so base angle comes out as 15 degree. Now the next question. Now in this next question, it has been told to us 5. It has been told there is a rhombus PQ, R and S, and in this rhombus it has been told to us that 3 points P, S and R lie on a circle, and Q, that is the 4 vertex of the rhombus, is at the center of the circle. So we have supposed that the length of one side of the rhombus is A. So if this is A, so this whole line SQ is also A, and the diagonals of a rhombus bisect each other. So this SO is A by 2 and OQ is A by 2. Okay, this SO is A by 2 and OQ is also A by 2. Now we have calculated the value of PO. We have calculated the value of PO. How we have calculated the value of PO? In this triangle SPR, have a look at this. Now here, this A, PQ is the radius, that is A. This QR is also the radius and this QS is also the radius. And in addition to be the radius, this QS is also the diagonal of this rhombus PQRS. So if this QS is the diagonal and the diagonals bisect each other, so this SO comes out as A by 2 and OQ comes out as A by 2. Now look at triangle POS or SPO. In triangle SPO, you can see that this angle O is 90 degree. This is 90 degree. So if this is 90 degree, then PO square plus SO square is equals to SP square. PO square plus SO square is equals to SP square. You can also write it here as something like this. PO square plus SO square this comes out as SP square. PO square plus SO square comes out as SP square. Now what is SO square? A by 2. What is PS? A. So this PS is A and this SO is A by 2. So what will be the value of PO? I have calculated it here. PO will be under root of SP square minus SO square. What is SP? SP is A, and what is SO? A by 2. So under root of A square minus A square by 4, and the value of PO comes out as under root of 3 by 2. So PO comes out as under root of 3 by 2. And PO is equals to OR. So obviously PR will be equals to under root of 3 by 2 into 2, that is under root of 3A. So one diagonal of a rhombus comes out as PR and another diagonal comes out as QS. The area of any rhombus is 1 upon 2 into product of diagonals. What is one diagonal? PR. What is second diagonal? QS. So the area of rhombus is 1 upon 2 PR into QS. So 1 upon 2, what is PR? PR is under root of 3A. And what is QS? QS is A. So it will be 1 by 2 into A into under root of 3A, which comes out as under root of 3 by 2 A square. And the area is being told to us as 8 root 3. So we solving, we get A is equals to 4 centimeter and A is the radius of this circle. So the answer is, the radius of this circle is 4 centimeter. And also the side of the rhombus is also 4 centimeter. Now next question. In this question, I have drawn the triangle in front of you. This is base, B is the diameter, and I suppose any 2 points D and C here. So it has been told that BAD is 40 degree. I brought it here 40 degree. And it has been told to me that DBC is 20 degree. So I brought it here as 20 degree. This is a semicircle, and any semicircle from the diameter makes a 90 degree on any point on the circumference of the circle. So this is 90 degree. So this is 90. This is 40 and this is 20. And this whole is 180. So this X will become 30 degree. This X is CBA, so it becomes 30 degree. So what will be the measure of ABD? ABD becomes 50 degree. And this is our answer. ABD is 50 degree. And the last question, suppose the base of the triangle is B and the height is H. So if the base is B and the height is H. So what is the area? 1 upon 2 B into H. So it is B into H by 2. What will be the final area? The base is doubled, so it becomes 2B. And the height becomes 4 times, so it is 4H. So it becomes 1 by 2 into 2B into 4H. It becomes 8BH by 2. So what is the increase? 8BH by 2 by 2 minus BH by 2 divided by BH by 2 into 100. the answer will come out at 700%. So this is the solution. I hope you like this. You are listening this video on my blog gs-india.blogspot.in. Kindly bookmark this page and come back to see more videos like this.